Opus 4.8 just got released, and if you read the documents, honestly not that much really got changed. Obviously some benchmarks got improved, which happens with every single model. But the biggest thing that changed was that they released this thing called dynamic workflows. And today we're going to go over what exactly dynamic workflows are, how to trigger them through Claude itself, and showing you a real world example. So diving deeper into dynamic workflows, what exactly is that? Dynamic workflow is essentially a large orchestration script that runs across tens of hundreds of parallel sub-agents in a single session. This is a screenshot of what it looks like in action. And yes, we're going to go through a real world example, but it's mostly used for bug hunts, optimization audits, and security audits. It's also good for large migrations and modernization efforts. So if you want to change frameworks, switch out an API, or change out a language port, this is going to be useful for you. Anthropic has also said that it's also good for critical work. This probably means security, or if you have a very crucial point in your business, such as something like AWS or some other servers that basically serve your entire app, it's probably good for Claude to double check your work. So now that we got a quick overview of the dynamic workflow feature, how do you actually trigger it in Claude Code itself through the CLI? So there are a couple ways of triggering it. The first being that there is now a reserved word called workflow, and it will give you this rainbow squiggly line that will say that dynamic workflow requested for this turn. So that is the first way you can trigger it manually. The second way you can trigger it is if you go to the /effort. Here, this is our model. I'm currently using Opus 4.8, and there are several effort levels that you can choose from. If you're doing a very simple task, you can choose low effort, but if you're okay spending some tokens and going the extra mile, you can choose the smartest effort called Ultra Code, and it gives you this really cool animation that builds these dynamic workflows for you, as well as chooses the actual Claude model to the extra high effort. And so now let's go through a real world example of how I am using this. But I first need to give you a backdrop of what I'm building. So this is one of my internal tools that I use to make YouTube videos. I have all the news here from Anthropic, OpenAI, Gemini, as well as XAI. And then I have different video ideas that I can make from these news sources that get pulled in real time. And at the top here, if I don't want to make a video about a particular topic, but I want to write a social media post via LinkedIn as well as X or Twitter, I have this button called Draft Social, which will draft a social post for me. So as you can see here, I've generated a LinkedIn post for myself as well as a tweet. And I can post this right now or during a scheduled time. But as you can see, it's a little bit AI sloppish. I've done my best to make this non-AI slop where it sounds like a human. But for this recent news about Microsoft released a new coding model, it says that Microsoft building its own coding model isn't about benchmarks. It's about no longer paying OpenAI rent on the one workload it already owns end to end. The IDE, the repo, the cloud, the enterprise contract. The partnership was always in a transition state. So it sounds a little bit AI-ish, right? I don't think a human really would come up with that sentence. So with that background information, I wanted Claude to figure out a way to sound more human and to make a workflow out of that. At first, I gave it a bunch of AI slop rules to avoid. So for example, it's not X, it's Y. Isn't X, it's Y. All of those are AI kind of pointers. Another AI saying is like, it's worth noting that, or experts say, experts believe. So all of that is like AI slop. But the thing is that I didn't want to use this hard-coded AI slop rules because as AI gets better, it's eventually going to avoid some of these banned constructions, and this hard-coded rule set will eventually be outdated. So then I said, hey, let's think of something long-term. I don't want an outdated rule set. So let's make a workflow out of that. And so that is what it's working on right now. It actually just stopped thinking while making this video, but essentially it did the following. So first off, it made 4 phases. So first was to ground, second to create a design panel, third to stress test, and then fourth to synthesize. And from each of those phases, it creates subtasks which get sent to sub-agents. These are 2 agents running Haiku 4.5 that will answer that overlying phase of finding the grounding rules. So this first scout will find the rule locations, and the second scout will find the feedback signals. We do the same for design panel. There are 4 agents inside the design panel phases. You can't see it at the time, but the design panel will create, once again, more agents. So again, in this instance, 4 agents. The agents will get what it needs to get to answer this design panel phase. And then from there, it will continue going through each phase until all the phases are done. This is what Claude did. So it restructured these anti-slop rules in bridge.ts. And then it added a maintenance comment with a last review timestamp. So it basically kept the anti-slop rules. And then from there, we will do a quarterly self-audit to update these anti-slop rules. Overall, this session used 107,000 input tokens, 140K output tokens for basically that one command. So in terms of how much more expensive it is than using just high effort, I can't give an actual result. I would have to compare this to this side by side, which I could do in a future video. Just leave a comment down below. With 6 agents that have just completed their jobs, and now we're in a fetch phase. We're just fetching a bunch of stuff. I'm actually not sure what they're fetching, but as you can see, different parallel agents are firing off. This is using 4 tools, 3 tools, and we've seen how long these agents have elapsed. And we're literally firing off like 12 agents at a time. All these parallel agents will swarm to attack the problem, which is to fetch this data, which will then inform Claude's decision on the question we have asked it. But yeah, you can go through each one of these. The phases will happen sequentially, but the agents that will get fired off will happen in parallel. And if we want, we can look into each agent directly. So now that all the fetch agents have completed their job, it's now moving on to the verify phase. There are 75 agents that need to figure out one small scope of work. And so we see all these scope of work that are queued right now, whereas these agents are starting to get fired off. And if we want, we can actually look into detail what exactly the agent is doing. If we click the right key, we can see what exactly it's doing with the prompt, the activity that it did. So it's looked at a web search, got a web fetch, and then structured output. And this was the actual outcome that it reached based on the prompt. And so again, all these other agents will run in parallel, and from there it will inform, Claude to then come up with the decision. In this particular example, this is different from the example I showed. I only pulled this example to show a real live demo. In this particular example, I'm asking it, what is the best pricing structure of Rydio, my LinkedIn ghostwriter app? So currently Rydio is freemium, but I'm asking it whether I should do a free trial with a paywall, keep it freemium, or do some other pricing structure. So this is what it is searching right now. There are literally like 12 agents running at once. And so this is workflows in action. Since Claude 4.8 was released today, I'm still going to be testing this out and finding both the strengths and weaknesses of this new workflows feature, as well as the ultra code feature. With that being said, I will see you in the next video. More Opus 4.8 videos to come. Appreciate you guys. Take it easy. Peace.